Welcome, watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 19th of January, and I'm looking at Zool. That's a lovely glitch. Never mind. I'm putting this on easy because why not? Okay, so we're going to stick this on normal speed. It was really weird because I was looking at it today. I was thinking, what shall I look at today? And I thought I'd done Zool before, but I haven't. I've done Zool 2. But I haven't done the original, so I thought, well, let's have a look at it. But let's have a look at on the AGA, which is the A1200 for you techno buffs out there. So I thought we'd have a go. Now, I've got it on sound effects, because you can't have sound effects and music at the same time, which is a bit of a bum, but never mind. Well, it's quite busy already, isn't it, on the screen, and there's lots going on. Lots of background graphics, very, very bright, coloured, pretty graphics. And, well, Zool inheriting the those said graphics get a bit lost, really, don't you? Anyway, we'll carry on, and we'll do all the usual criteria that we need to hit within the time that we're going to play. So let's crack on. So from a graphical perspective, it's bloody colourful, isn't it? Maybe a bit too much going on the screen. I don't know. I mean, I suppose that's personal preference. So the idea of the game is that you get from point A to point B while collecting sweets and lots of lovely stuff. Now you'll see in the top left-hand corner that we have our score. Then there's the percentage of sweets that we've gathered, followed by our life bubbles, and then our timer and our life counter. So there you go. Lovely. So yes, this is on the A1200 because the 500 just didn't have the palette for this. But it was released on the A500 as a bit of a rival to Sonic the Hedgehog. But I'm not sure if it did the job that it was out there to do. It's a bit, I don't know. It's not Sonic, is it? But never know. Let's carry on. So this was at the time sponsored by Chupa Chups, which is they're not a UK brand, I don't think, but they are a lollipop company. And they had the Chupa Chups branding all the way through the game. Now, if you look at, don't think Zool 2 had the Chupa Chups license in place. I think Chupa Chups decided they didn't want anything to do with the Zool franchise after a while, so they had to remove all of the stuff. I think when it came to future versions of conversions of the game, I think the Chupa Chups licensing had been removed. So that if you've been playing Zool and you think, where's the Chupa Chups lollies? Is that a butterfly effect type thing? No, it's not. No, Mandela effect. Sorry. No, it's not. It's just that the Amiga version had the Chupa Chups licensing and other versions didn't. Simple as that. There you go. Anyway, so the backgrounds are very, very colourful. And there's a lot going on there. You can see the licorice all sorts and stuff like that in the background as well, which is nice. If you like licorice all sorts, what's wrong with you? But other than that, let's crack on. I do like the candy canes and the stuff like that. It's pretty nice. It's a diabetic's bloody nightmare, this is, and being diabetic, I can confirm that. There you go. Yes. So, yeah, it's a standard platform affair with lots of jellies and things to shoot. And bees, which are really annoying, by the way. Because they knock you off stuff like that, and it's really annoying, yes! Bees are probably the worst thing in this game so far. Absolutely evil creatures. Not like their true-to-life counterparts, who are cuddly little creatures who collect honey. There you go. So they've made bees evil. Could be wasps, would have been more apt, really, but there we go. I suppose because it's a sweetie land, bees are attracted to the sugar or something along those lines. I don't know. But it seems a bit silly, but never mind. I've got to say, out of Zool and Super Frog, you know, they're made by completely different people. But I preferred Super Frog, I gotta be honest. I've never been a massive Zool fan. And that's part of the reason why. I think there's quite a lot going on. It's a bit busy for my liking, I think. There's quite a lot going on. You do lose yourself quite easily. There's a sufficient amount of restart points, though, which are quite nice. You want to go try and punch those as soon as you see them. But I was never a big Zool fan, even back in the day when it was released on the 500. I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea, really. It's missing something. I think the inertia is a real pain in the arse. You'll see that when we try running and getting some speed up. But you know, that was kind of like one of the charms of the game. I don't even want to know what it would be like if we'd have stuck this on high speed. Probably like Sonic on crack. So there we are. But it's colourful enough. The main sprite's nice. The animations are really good, so we've got to give it some props for that. There's a restart point right there. So, you know, as far as the graphics goes, it's actually a very good effort. I like it. I like it graphically, yes. And you know, let's just take away the fact you can't have sound and music at the same time. The sound effects are a little bit annoying. Yeah, I don't even know why this couldn't have done music at the same time. There was no real sort of reasoning behind it, I don't think. It wouldn't have taken too much more power for the Amiga to have actually, you know, been able to have the soundtrack on as well as the sound effects. But there we go. That's the decision that was made, and that's what we've had to put up with. I do believe Zool 2 had sound effects and music, so that was quite nice. But there we are. Lots of traps and things to avoid in this, like the spikes that you can see on the ground there. And, of course, all of the creatures that are out to kill you. Oh, yes, by the way, if you do move out of the way and you go back onto back on the screen, you will notice that the enemies respawn, which is really quite annoying. But anyway, there we go. But as it goes, you know, having the Chupa Chups license was a big sort of haiku for Gremlin graphics at the time, which was cool. That's why, like I said earlier on, that's why we've got that's why we've got the Chupa Chups lollies all over the place. So yeah, if you like Chupa Chups, great. I don't know. Did you have Chupa Chups? Do you have Chupa Chups where you live? Did you have Chupa Chups where you live? I don't know. Let's get that big polo or whatever that was. Anyway, enough name dropping for sweeties. So yeah, unfortunately, without the sound and the music, it's a bit of a lackluster affair when it comes to sound, which is a shame, because one or the other. Just, I mean, I suppose the music would be better if I'm honest. Too many. You just get all this bee buzzing going on. It's a little bit too much, really, but never mind. The wall jumps again, quite cool, like that. Nice little feature. But unfortunately, Zool only had 2 outings. I think they did Rule. I don't know who Rule is. Is that his brother? They did Zool Redimensioned or something like that, I believe. So this wasn't the be all and end all of the Zool franchise. Obviously, Zool 2 came after this. But there you are. Also on CD32. There you go. I don't know if that one's got both sound and music at the same time. But as a console, you'd think it would. Who knows? But yeah, it's a bit disappointing in that respect, but there we are. It's quite hard as well, actually, the game. I think just might because there's a lot going on screen at once. It's quite hard to distinguish enemies from the background at times, and that kind of just takes a little bit of the fun away, which is a shame. Obviously, the inertia is kind of like a big feature that they implemented, but it can be a bit detrimental to the gameplay. Like I said, if I'd have tried to play this on top speed, we'd be going absolutely mental right about now. And there you go. It's very, very easy to slide into traps as well, so that's a bit of an issue as well, but there you go. If you enjoyed Zool back in the day, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you've played Zool on any system, and tell me which one was your favourite version, because I think it was released on Sega and Nintendo consoles as well. So there you are. It never appeared on any of the 8-bits because it just couldn't handle it. But I'd love to see someone have a go at it. I'd love to see an Amstrad version of Zool, or a C64 version of Zool, or something like that. It'd be quite cool. Cool Zool. Yeah. Controls are tight, and that is basically left, right. Up is jump, and then you've got your fire button, which you throw these fireballs, I guess they're supposed to be. But you're an alien, so it could be anything. That's about it for the controls. Fairly easy. The wall jumping's easy as well. Just point towards the wall, you sort of stick to it, and then you can jump off and climb up higher and all that stuff. Now, there's that big polo again. Yes, the sound effects are a little bit too... They're just too samey. There's not enough variety here that will keep your brain from not wanting to exit your head, shuffle down to the pub, and get wasted. But other than that, you know, it's just a platform affair. There's playability. Yeah, I suppose it's a playable game. Of course it's playable. Would it keep you coming back for more? It wouldn't keep me coming back for more, I'm afraid. I mean, you know, this might appeal to some of you guys. Let me know if it does. But unfortunately for me, it's a big no. I don't know, it's just... It could do with being a little bit more forgiving, I think. And maybe not have so many enemy respawns. But there you go. Maybe that's, you know, maybe some of you hardcore gamers out there enjoy the challenge. I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you think of the game. Let me know if you've played it, completed it, whatever, and we'll go from there. But it'd be great to hear from you. It's always nice to hear from you guys in the comments. Thanks ever so much for checking out my other reviews of the week. And oh, hello, it's a boss firing licorice all sorts at me. Hurrah! Okay, so I could do the cheat really for infinite energy. That would be better than infinite lives, wouldn't it? Because I've put that cheat on, but there wasn't an option, so there. But all in all, you know, and I would say age rating, well, it's any really. It's a cartoony style game. It just might be a little bit hard for the little ones. It's hard for me, but that shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone who's been a fan of the channel for a while. But you know, it is what it is. It's enjoyable, frustrating, pretty, and yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's gonna get a high-ish score. There you go. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you to watch me fail miserably at this boss because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to beat it. And I will catch you in the next review, which will be coming very soon. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and I really appreciate that. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, which keeps me relevant on good old YouTube. So thanks very much for that. I'll catch you again very soon. My name's Rich. This has been the No, it hasn't been the Retro Revival Show at all. This has been the Games Arcade Retro Edition. You see, that's force of habit, that is. Anyway, I'll catch you guys again soon. Until then, you keep it retro, and as usual, it's bye for now. Ta-da!